student athletes, coaches, and officials for the play of our national anthem. First for the Blue Jays. The 5'2" sophomore guard from number 2, Trinity Cruz. The 5'2" sophomore guard from Norwich County, number 5, Isabella Kostyal-Larrier. A 5'10" sophomore guard from Norwich County, number 10, D'Andre. A 5'8" sophomore guard from Connecticut, number 20, Isabella. Freshman model from number 53, the head coach is Wendy Davis. The assistant coaches are Nadir Sani and Taylor Provost. Now this afternoon, starting out for your Bearcats. A 5'6" sophomore forward from New York, number 1, Lilliana Morales. A 5'2" senior guard from Brooklyn, New York, number 11, Lilliana Morales. A 5'6" sophomore guard from Port Jefferson, New York, number 14, Isabella Kostyal-Larrier. A 5'8" senior guard from West New York, number 15, Bearcats. And a 5'8" senior guard from Port Jefferson, New York, number 34, Isabella Kostyal-Larrier. And the Bearcats, the assistant coaches are Jim Shanahan, Lilliana Clark, and Alexis Smith. Now let's play ball.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the campus of Baruch College's Arc Arena here in New York City for today's women's basketball non-conference contest between your Bearcats and the Blue Jays from St. Joseph's University, who are based in West Hartford, Connecticut. This is, of course, one of those pre-holiday games, opportunity for St. Joseph's to come down, spend the day in New York City and play basketball. And yes, the Bearcats pick up a home game on that. Bearcats, of course, after today, their schedule will be exclusively CUNYAC. The guest today, I shouldn't say guest, he's been here forever, is, of course, our color analyst, the Hall of Famer, Joseph P. Stolzer.
Well, happy Tuesday, John. Happy Tuesday, Baruch Nation. John, as a guest here, aren't I supposed to get like a present? I heard other guests get presents on the broadcast, but we'll talk about that at halftime. Well, right off the bat, St. Joe's scores the first bucket, and defensively, the Bearcats obviously have to come out and really defend home court, which has been a tradition here at the vertical campus. Well, Kostyal-Larrier is the go-to person, actually on both ends of the court for the Lady Bearcats. And of course, Nicole back in the lineup. Idea, the knockdown shooter for the Bearcats. Now, Baruch Nation, you have to know, St. Joseph's has a lot of UConn flavor in their program, the head coach.
Yeah, she's this is her 8th season, class of '92 from UConn. Yeah, and they got a transfer. Well, they got a transfer. I don't think she played there. Number 12,
Right.
Madeline Green.
Well, UConn is UConn, John.
They are the, needless to say, the most prestigious program, in my opinion, at least, in Division III women's basketball.
I take offense. What about the Jaspers in Manhattan?
Well, my alma mater is great, but they're having a bit of a down year this year.
I know, but please don't mention them in UConn.
I don't think the Jaspers will like hearing that. But let's get going. I'm pretty much settled in. Being sports information, I got to worry about 3 or 4 things, and we are ready to go here. Nicole for the Bearcats.
Well, we've been waiting for her to come to the lineup, and she's going to be a big help to the Lady Bearcats. Now, defensively, Baruch has got to really communicate, and a lot of hands and feet moving. Well, that was too easy. Coach K not happy about, and never happy about giving up easy points. Well, Nicole, you know, it's been a long awaited for her to really take this Bearcat team to another level. So again, some easy baskets now for St. Joseph's. And it's 7-4. St. Joseph's in the lead. It's early, but now there's Isabella, who is really kind of like Mia Castillo did in her career. She's got to set the tone and come out early. So, Lady Bearcats man-to-man, but there's got to be a lot of help, and they got to take away the points in the paint.
St. Joseph's plays in a very good conference. They made the trip here, and they good defensive play there. So 7-6 early. The Blue Jays on top of the Bearcats again. This is the Bearcats' final non-conference game. After this, it will be exclusively CUNYAC. The Bearcats have already played 2 CUNYAC games with a 1-1 record. And, of course, once they come out of the break, they've got a lot of tough games. Actually, excuse me, they've got a game here on Saturday against St. Joseph's on Long Island. But, again, once we get into January, obviously we're going to be playing all the big teams. You know, I saw Hunter is still very strong. Brooklyn is still very strong. Some would say the favorites. And then now rebounded by D'Andre.
Well, John, any game that the Bearcats can benefit from is going to help them moving forward. This is going to be a win-win for the Bearcats today because we're playing a very solid team, and they're going to really have to play a good game, the Lady Bearcats. But under the great coaching of Coach K, they're ready. And we're going to see a good game, regardless of where people are in their respective conferences. But defensive, almost excellence is going to be needed today from the Lady Bearcats because this team knows what they want to do. And so far, early on, St. Joseph's scored when they wanted to, John.
Bearcats and the Blue Jays here tied at 7 here on a holiday afternoon in New York City. Very quiet day on campus, of course. Intercession only gets going next week.
Well, we're missing some of our regulars here in the crowd, John.
Yes.
So normally, you know, we can't do anything about that. That's a scheduling thing, but hopefully they can watch it later.
Of course, we're talking about Alex Urena and Carmelo. And there's a good play by the Bearcats. Nice little passing. Coach K will like that. And the Bearcats are up.
Well, let's understand that Coach K put in McRae, who gives them tremendous energy on both ends of the court, as well as his other great bench player, Mitchell.
Almost stolen by Lilliana Morales.
Morales gives you really 40 minutes or 4 quarters, a great play.
Boy, long shot, almost went in.
That's a hustle play for St. Joseph's.
Yeah, that was a long three by St. Joseph's that rolled in and out, and then they managed to keep the ball by tapping it back to one of their other players.
Now let's see how the Lady Bearcats utilize McRae. McRae off the bench, I feel her energy already.
There's Lola with the ball.
Well, Lola's got to get her feet set to take her patented three. Well, McRae, like I said, right off the bench, she's come ready to play. Well, there's an entry pass that should never happen.
Yeah, she's not going to be happy with that play. And the Bearcats do have a 2-point lead, but there is a timeout, a 30-second timeout called on the Bearcats. Joe, your initial thoughts here for the first 5 minutes?
Well, John, I'm always looking at the body language and the energy of the Lady Bearcats. I think that they're going to have to get used to Nicole being back in the mix. And, John, when Lopez is in the game as the full leader, they really make things happen. Right now, we don't necessarily. Lopez is in the game. And so when you have this point guard, John, everything flows, whether it's a men's team and a women's team. And I like when Lopez plays because, again, it's a different offense. Now, Baruch is right there, John, but they can't waste possessions.
Of course, Bearcats had to replace one of the better point guards in women's basketball history, Baruch and Lisa Young.
Well, we got spoiled by watching her and Mia.
Three-pointer, no good, rebounded by the Blue Jays.
Now, Adia's got to hit that shot because that's been money for her this season. Now, defensively, it's got to be a lot of help. And there you go.
Morales with the steal. He's going to take it down court. But loses it, and now the Blue Jays come the other way.
Well, Coach K wants the ball in Lopez's hands.
Running pass in, and we're tied at 11.
Well, this 11 points could have been prevented, from St. Joe's. Baruch is really giving up some points again, points in the paint, John. You got to keep low.
No good. Rebounded by the Blue Jays.
Now, Kostyal-Larrier's got to get touches early in the possession.
Long three, no good. Offensive rebound by the Blue Jays. They're going to send it into the paint. And number 20 early on doing some damage.
Well,
Ella Kulis.
John, that's a one-on-one play. And St. Joe's won. If we had a rim protector, those kind of shots wouldn't happen. But Baruch has just got to, John, I believe they got to cut down on the entry passes down low.
Here's Brianna, back to Lilliana, clock shot going down. Shot no good, rebounded by the Blue Jays.
Well, Morales has got to finish. Baruch has not been hurt by the outside shot, John, in this first quarter. But in the interior, you see, there's another entry pan. Okay, good defense.
Comes Isabella, lays it up and in, and it counts.
Well, Isabella is a tremendous player, and we're lucky to have her here at Baruch. Now, she, in a game like this, John, has got to take over.
Isabella played her high school basketball, of course, with Baruch's legend Mia Castillo. And she played over in Buffalo, DeUville College. I remember when DeUville was Division III. Matter of fact, for a few years, they were an associate member. They were an associate member in baseball, and then eventually they upgraded their program to Division II. She went to go play there, and she's here with the Bearcats as a graduate student.
Well, do you love me? Is that what you just said? You love me?
Nice school up there in Buffalo. Again, I remember when they were Division III.
I love you too, Mandeep. He said he loves me on the air. How about that? Do you love me? Yes, I do.
Well, the first thing I'm learning so far is number 20, Ella. They really need to watch her because she's getting a lot of high percentage shots. She didn't make it that time, but you just can tell early on that she could do some damage if the Bearcats don't pay attention.
Well, John, the Bearcats are not being hurt by any perimeter shots, so you know what? You got to bear down in the post.
And Joseph's passing the ball around, looking for some opening here. Bearcats playing with their D. Bearcats do have a few players that are not available today, but the core of the lineup is here.
Right. And this game is going to be decided by interior defense, John.
And jumper, no good. The shot clock expires, air ball. And Bearcats are going to rebound underneath the basket.
Well,
tied at 13.
John, that's a little more like it for the Lady Bearcats. They really took it down, the shot clock down, and came up with a stop. Now, every time you come up with a good defensive possession, you want to reward yourself with a good offensive possession.
Here's Brianna Lopez over to Nicole. Nicole missed part of the first half of the season, but she is clearly one of the top talents in this conference, and now she is available. Be a lot of fun to see what she's going to do in these next few months. There's Lopez drives. Good! Bearcats by 2.
One of my favorite players on the team is Lopez, simply because she can do so much from that vital lead guard position. Oh, great pass, but even better defense.
By your favorite player there. Here's Lola. Manages to get the ball back. Looks like there's going to be a tie-up. And jump ball will stay Bearcats' possession.
Well, we got to get the ball to Lopez and let her be the 4 general. And Baruch is also going to have a lot of movement. They have to screen for each other.
5 seconds left here in the first period. Just missed, and that's going to end the first period here.
I think, John, both teams are feeling, which way each other has to go.
Yeah, very early on, the Bearcats with the early 2-point lead. I think both coaches can look at some missed layups and wish that they could have done a little bit better here in the first period, but hey, we still had a pretty decent 15-13 high school,
John, am I wrong? Did St. Joseph's hit an outside shot in that period?
I think most of their damage, especially by number 20, was in the paint.
There was no outside shot. It was all interior.
Yeah, interesting, by the way. This is they're from West Hartford, Connecticut, which I believe is where University of Hartford is also located. But we're going to have another Hartford school here coming up this weekend on Saturday. Very special doubleheader. We've got the women playing St. Joseph's Long Island.
John, I have a trivia question. What NBA standout came from Hartford?
Oh, that would be Vince Baker?
Yes.
Vin Baker.
Very good, John. I didn't
had
know
a great career with,
yeah.
I think he was with the Bucks.
No, now, that could be one of the few players ever to come out of Hartford.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, has a lovely arena. In the locker room, you have director's chairs and really nice lockers. I've been there. And also, very like Soho, parts of Hartford.
Yeah, so Saturday, the women will be playing St. Joseph's of Long Island at 1 p.m., and then the men at 3 p.m. will be taking on number 1 ranked, the defending champions, Trinity College of Hartford, Connecticut. And that'll be a 3 o'clock non-conference game here in the Arc Arena. It is the final non-conference games for both the men and women before we get going with the CUNYAC schedule in January.
John, the men came off a buzzer winning shot by Coppin recently, right? Okay, well, we start out here. It is Baruch ball. And Coach K urging a play to be called. And that's an easy basket by Kostyal-Larrier. She missed it, but when you're in that close, just got to finish and just hold. Lopez, a great find.
Unselfish basketball right there, making the extra pass, and the Bearcats now lead by 4. St. Joseph's, a lot of passing here, in and out, and the ball will go the other way. Bearcats possession. So yeah, as we mentioned, once we get past Saturday, it will be all CUNYAC for the rest of the season.
John, when DeLuke is in the game and she's doing her thing, she's a tremendous two-way player, a la Angela Baccarello.
Oh, I remember Angie. She was involved in every play, every loose ball. I used to tell her that, and I don't think she appreciated it. But she was just, you know, when it came to analytics.
She's a very humble person, and she was all about the team. But she tried to get a little offense into her game late in her career. But she was just so vital to the Lady Bearcats. Now, there's a little preview for CUNY of what Nicole can do. So Baruch has a lot of messages that they want to send to CUNY in this game.
Long 3, air ball. And they're going to call a foul.
Well, it was a loose ball foul, looks like a Lopez. John, she got her footwork entangled, and that's really what that foul was about.
Josephs will inbound it under the basket, trailing by 6. Short jumper, in and out. The rim has not been friendly today to
John,
the Blue Jays.
Maintenance got a WD-40 issue. They have to come and spray. We've had this for years here in the Arena.
Well, usually it works against us, but not today. Long 3 by Lola.
If I had a ladder, John, I'd go do it myself, but I don't have a ladder handy. Now
7:20
again,
to go here.
Defensively, Baruch has got to get into a rhythm now. They're in a good place. And, you know, basketball's about momentum, John.
Long 3, no good.
Good defense, and Baruch will take that shot. That's a deep shot by St. Joseph.
And there's a big basket by D'Andre McRae, and just like that, the Bearcats have an 8-point lead with under 7 minutes left here in the second period.
Every time Coach K's inserted McRae, good things have happened. So, you know, we've marveled over the years of the great in-game coaching from Baruch coaches. Coach Alisi, obviously Coach Fareed is going to really get things done here. Coach K has had, by the way, this year Coach K has a lot of depth, which he hasn't had like this in the last few years. Remember, we went by Castillo. As she went, so did Baruch.
Well, that's the good thing about the Bearcats, I think, this year, when we start thinking about the CUNY schedule. You know, look, Hunter's going to be very strong. They've got the best player, if not one of the best players in Division III. They have, we have Brooklyn, which has been the class of the league in this conference for the better part of the last 7-8 years. Really need to give a shout out to head coach Eric Harrison at Lehman. He just became the CUNYAC all-time women's basketball wins leader. And Eric's team has even been doing pretty well.
My goodness, he is a fixture at Lehman. His brother used to be at City College a while ago. Obviously, John, anytime you get into CUNY, every game is a war in the competitive sense, and is a rivalry.
Stolen by Lola. Lola DeLuca.
Well, Idea needed to shoot that because she had a feet set, and that's what she does. Now, Baruch up 8, and they want to really hang their hat defensively. Good hands by Morales.
Yeah, but the St. Joseph's player, she did a very good job to still control the ball despite having an opponent have a hand on it.
Once again, another interior basket by St. Joseph.
Cross-court pass into the corner is no good. Turnover, Bearcats.
Sean, as soon as you said that, Coach K inserts Lopez. Lopez has got to run this team because that last possession, everybody kind of didn't know what they should do with the ball. Lopez is going to have to emerge as the leader and, make things happen offensively. Again, Baruch has been bothered by interior success from St. Joseph's. They've got to cut that down.
And Joseph's passing the ball around, looking to make a play here. Drives to the basket, partially blocked by Morales.
Morales with a great defensive play.
Isabella with the ball, up and in. And Bearcats are back up by 8 as we approach 5 minutes here in the second period.
John, St. Joseph doesn't have an answer for Isabella. Now, you can't get comfortable with the lead. Good defense by Morales. Before it's all said and done, John, Morales is going to be a really, really good player in Baruch because she just gives you everything on both ends of the court.
Well, when you look at Lola DeLuca, you look at Lola Idea, you look at Nicole, Lilliana Morales, the Bearcats have some very good pieces, no doubt for the future.
Well, the thing about it is we've talked over the years about the need for a post player. And we do have people now who are post players, not necessarily in height per se, but in their heart and their ability.
Oh, I think Isabella has a point there. It definitely looked to me like one of the St. Joseph's players got their hand on that ball, and that's why the ball went out.
John, sometimes I want to give the referees an eye test before a game.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound like a homer, but that was pretty obvious.
Yeah, there's a lot of calls, John, that you scratch your head.
Another opportunity by the Blue Jays in the paint, no good. Rebounded by the Bearcats, up by 7. There's Isabella, out to Lola DeLuca for good, 3, good.
Now,
Bearcats by 10.
You got to chart all the things that DeLuca does for you. And again, remember, DeLuca doesn't come to mind when you talk about the quote lead players for the Lady Bearcats, but she delivers. That's good defense. Well, what happened is Isabella just lost her positioning. Got caught for that foul.
Lola DeLuca played for the School of the Future, which is only 2 blocks away here on Battle of Lexington, so she's always gone to school here in the neighborhood.
John, is there a school of the past?
I think there is one in New York City, believe it or not.
Mandeep, can you look that up? Is there a school of the past? Mandeep, one of my most favorite people here in Baruch. He's on the desk with us. I wish he would like the Knicks, but he doesn't.
And Lilliana puts the Bearcats up by 12, 28-16 with 3.5 left in the second period.
Well, John, you know, did you think Baruch was going to have a 12-point lead in this game? Baruch Nation, you're getting a lot today at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, another inside the paint opportunity, no good. Ball is tied up, and they're going to say it's Bearcats possession. So the Bearcats making the baskets and have built a 12-point lead here against the Blue Jays.
Now, at the end of the day, Coach K really wants a defensive effort because he knows he's got the defensive, he's got the offensive players, but Nicole goes down a little bit gingerly getting up.
Well, she's going to go to the free throw line to try to build on this 12-point lead. Again, very quiet day, of course, on campus. And this is a...
Well, John,
there is no school of the past, by the way. Mandeep confirmed it.
Okay, thank you. John, I don't know if you know, but if you go out the door and you head uptown, there's a line of people. What are they giving out free?
There is apparently a sushi place across the street that I guess went viral on TikTok, and they are obviously serving something that's very popular.
I thought Mandeep was giving out autographs.
You know what? That came to mind too.
But I haven't seen a line like that, John, since Sliwa was here a couple of months ago.
Good pass, good basket, and St. Joseph's coach has got to be happy with that.
Well, that was
28-18.
That was a breakdown. Baruch was caught napping.
Bearcats with the miss. Here comes St. Joseph's.
Oh, great pass.
And back-to-back baskets. And the lead is down to 28-20.
Well, that's good offense and not so good defense by the Lady Bearcats. Now, how do you remedy when you just got a little momentum change? Oh, great
pass. Got to respond with a basket. Ball is tipped and out of bounds. Bearcats, D'Andre McRae and Lola Idir come into the game for Lopez and Nicole.
Now, what happens is when Lopez goes to the bench, we don't have that traditional floor leader, so players are going to have to create their own shots.
Isabella with the jumper, no good, rebounded by the Blue Jays, who have an opportunity now to get this under 6. And look at that, another play. I said this, that number 20, you got to be very careful with her. She's been very successful in the paint. Big three-point play to get this to get the deficit for St. Joseph's down to 6 points, and that was a good pass and good play.
Well, John, first of all, it was a great catch. She had position, and what Baruch is going to have to do is fundamental basketball. You're going to have to deny her. Don't let her get the ball because she's getting an easy pass and an easy catch.
So a 12-point lead has dwindled to 5. And they will correct something with the shot clock. Was it the shot clock or I think the clock that they just corrected? So Lola Idir will inbound the ball. Bearcats trying to end a 7-0 run by the Blue Jays. As Lilliana Morales passes it out to Lola Idir. She's going to drive, take it herself. No good. Rebounded by the Blue Jays. This is starting to get worrisome.
John, Coach K could have had an argument for contact on the idea drive, no call. But this is a defensive test now for the Lady Bearcats. And CUNY coming up, there's going to be a lot of tests for the defense of the Lady Bearcats.
And again, this time though she misses, fortunately for the Bearcats. And they come out with the rebound.
Yeah, that was fortunate.
And they're going to call a travel.
Well, Isabella's got to get touches. Again, you can't have an offensive possession where your lead player doesn't get touches. And then they came up with nothing. Now, this is a big thing now. Coach K wants the team to go to the locker room with momentum.
And a three is good. All of a sudden now, a 12-point lead has shrunk to just 2.
John, that's the first perimeter shot for St. Joseph's.
Yeah, they've done most of their damage in the paint, but I think it might even be their first 3 of the game. And now they've got an opportunity to tie it here.
Well, I don't know if Baruch Nation realizes that this young lady, Trinity Cruz, is a very good player. She showed some passing ability, and now she comes up with the steal. And she looks like a traditional lead guard.
And the first shot is good, and now it's only down to 1 point. I think if you're the Bearcats, try to grab the rebound here and try to end the first half on a positive note with the basket.
Well, you've done a good job in a lot of departments, but interior defense has been a problem.
So a foul in the Bearcats.
Well, this is really about winding the shot clock down, John, and taking a good shot.
Here comes Lola with the drive. Underneath to D'Andre McRae. Lola, short jump shot. It's good. And that ends the 11-0 run by the Blue Jays.
McRae, just another do-it-all player, Coach K.
And shot is no good. And that ends the first half here in the Arc Arena with the Bearcats up by 3, 30-27 against St. Joseph's of Connecticut. Joe, it looked like at one point we had this in control. It did not happen. And here we are now with only a 3-point lead.
John, I think the assessment of the first half is that Baruch really had to welcome Nicole back to the lineup, right? So that took a little working, and they did a great job defensively not allowing perimeter shots, but interior-wise, that's where St. Joe's did their work.
Let's take a look at some of the statistics. St. Joseph shooting 11 of 28, 39%. The Bearcats shooting much better, 14 of 26, 54%. Of course, if you take away the 11-0 run by St. Joseph's, it looks like the Bearcats are clearly the better team this afternoon, but that 11-0 run has made things interesting again. The Bearcats, again, interestingly, St. Joseph's 1 of 7 from 3. Bearcats 1 of 4. And rebounds, not much of a difference. St. Joseph's with a 17-15 lead. Although offensively they have 4, Bearcats have 0 in the first half.
John, you mentioned the effectiveness of Kulas, number 20 for St. Joe's. She really was the story in the first half. And then the lead guard, Trinity Cruz, became a factor for St. Joe's.
Yeah, let's take a look at the individual scoring here. The Bearcats are being led in the points column by Isabella Kostyal-Larrier with 8 points. D'Andre McRae has 6. Nicole Benkosami has 5. And everyone else has generally about 2 points. Interestingly, we've got 3 assists each by Nicole and Isabella, the leadership. And we've got 6 rebounds by Lilliana Morales. She also, by the way, has 3 steals. So 6 rebounds and 3 steals by Lilliana Morales.
Well, Lopez, I want to see her increase her floor leadership. John, a couple of notes here we should talk about. Coming up in January is the alumni game, which is really one of the great parts of the Baruch athletic calendar when some of the real traditional people come back to campus. And obviously there's a game, and it's a chance to really honor the present and past of Baruch Athletics. So that's coming up, right? Of course, we have the Battle of Lexington is a must-see event during CUNY. And, of course, baseball is going to get started. Coach Torres, defending CUNY champions, they get going after break. So a lot starts to happen on an athletics standpoint here at Baruch.
Yeah, the Alumni Day, Bearcats Athletics Alumni Day, is scheduled for Saturday, January the 10th. Women's basketball game at 12, the alumni reception and alumni game right after. And then the men will be playing John Jay in a rematch of last year's CUNYAC championship, and that'll take place at 4 o'clock. So, again, not back-to-back. As usually when there is a doubleheader here at Baruch, there will be that break in between.
Yeah, well, that's coming up.
Day
that's
festivities.
Coming up real soon.
About 2 weeks from this Saturday. Actually, no, a week from this Saturday.
Yeah, John, it's here. And, of course, Battle of Lexington, again, this place rocks. It's really why you play. You want rivalries, you want competition. And the interesting thing about it, we want to get some interviews at halftime with players, current players, former players, some coaching aspects. So going Baruch Nation, moving forward, you can look forward to some of those things at halftime. And hopefully everybody's having a good holiday. And if you're in the New York area, Rockefeller Center, the Tree, make sure you check that out. And just the sights and sounds of New York during the holiday season. But, John, you're right. CUNY is right around the corner. And that's when everything becomes relevant.
Yeah. By the way, as I sit here, I'm looking up into the stands, and I see Alicia Ulmer, who won 4 championships here as a Bearcat. She's up there in the stands with her young daughter. She, of course, was also an assistant coach here, so it's always good to see familiar faces back on campus. Again, it's a Tuesday afternoon in New York City, very early game to allow the teams to enjoy the rest of the day. Obviously, tomorrow is kind of it's a holiday. Well, obviously the holiday is on Thursday, but the 31st is, of course, a laid-back day as well.
Well, yeah, it's a strange week because you go from Christmas. But we want to shout out Alex Arena and Carmelo. You know, our great, loyal Alex, an alumni. We love him when he's at the game. He's all part of the tradition here at Baruch. He's probably at work today. But, the game goes, and Alex is here, rooting us on both here and away.
He might be watching this at work. We don't know.
Yeah. And, of course, the faithful fans who are not here always appreciate their attendance both here and away games.
Yeah, let's have a quick word about the men's basketball team. They were, of course, out in Pennsylvania at the Sales University in Center Valley.
Now, John, did they make a top 10 highlight with that win?
They didn't. Basically, the Bearcats on Sunday defeated the weekend host, the Sales University. Big shot. Leo Adebayo gets the chance to get into the paint, takes a shot, narrowly misses it, and Trayvon Coppin. By the way, 5 players, defenders in the paint. He managed to beat all of them for the ball and put a putback for a basket with about 1.5 seconds left, and that gave the Bearcats, by the way, were trailing by 1 point. His basket enables the Bearcats to get the 1 point victory.
I don't know if you know, but one of my unsung heroes is Coppin. He is athletic as they come. And you know what? Boy, they say Baruch doesn't have a post player. Guess what? He is a post player. And you know what? He's going to do a lot of things like he did last week. By the way, John, Mandeep hopefully is going to go on a bodega run.
Yeah, let me tell you, by the way, we've been saying Mandeep a lot. Just so everybody knows, Mandeep is, of course, a assistant in the Sports Information Office, an intern. and he's also the men's basketball team manager, so he got firsthand to see the tremendous basket by Trey Coppin, so that's who we're referring
And
to.
also, really nearby is, the legendary Marty.
Marty is standing, if you're
Marty's
watching the game,
standing.
he's standing in front, of course.
And
Manhattan, Columbia, NYU, Fordham, Pratt.
well,
Marty, what LIU, Brooklyn, Hunter. Have you done any games at Hunter? Let's see. CCNY?
well,
Lehman?
you're always
You've done games at
leaving,
Lehman?
you're always
No,
leaving out
Lehman.
your alma mater.
Manhattan, of course. Well,
Manhattan.
Marty, you replaced, what was it, Tim McEwen? Tom McElwain. Yeah, I remember. When I was an undergraduate at Manhattan is
Right.
when he took over.
Well,
and I
Marty
remember.
is going to one day come on at halftime, and he's going to do a medley of Peter Cetera. And it's going to be a great moment for me. He's not going to tell us what he's going to perform, but it's going to be dedicated to Peter Cetera on this Baruch broadcast. So I want Baruch Nation to really tune in, because you're not going to know when it's going to happen. It's going to be a surprise. How does that sound, John?
I think so. Marty is a.
I'm talking about Happy Man, and If You Ever Leave Me, right? And,
Well, You're the Inspiration's the very big song. That's like the
Right.
big one.
Right. So get ready, because Marty's going to really, because no one is better than Marty. Of course, we're going to go out, have chicken marsala after that.
With a La Vera, the
Well,
popular campus
no.
place.
Marty's got a place in Riverdale that we probably should travel to. It's a hike, but, John, New York is about finding these food places, as you know. It's not always in your neighborhood, right? It's about,
Yeah.
traveling.
Let me tell you the other thing about Marty Collins. He knows where all the best places in the city. I remember.
I don't know, Marty, did you like Tony DiNapoli? It's because Tony DiNapoli's on the fence, John,
Oh,
as an Italian restaurant. So, but we're always looking. Baruch Nation, if you always have a spot, please message us. Marty's with us. Marty is with us. Marty, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Marty, I got to ask you before we talk about Peter Cetera, what is maybe one of your highlights that you've seen from a basketball standpoint?
I would say Manhattan College, now Manhattan University, when they won the MAC and went to the NCAA tournament and won a game.
Led by Louis Flores, correct?
Yes, but prior to that, 92, 93, it had been a long time since they had been to the tournament.
Sure.
And to the 1985-86 Manhattan men's basketball team went 2-26. And then leadership came in the form of late brother Tom Scanlon and the athletic director shortly thereafter, Mr. Bob Burns. And slowly but surely they built the program, and then it started with Steve Lapis. And Steve's 4 years was a natural progression.
Marty, to your
culminating
point,
in that
Manhattan
MAC
coaching
championship.
is a who's who of some big names,
Yes.
right?
Barry Rorson,
Well, Fran Fraschilla,
Fran Fraschilla. Fran did a fantastic
John
job.
Lennon, I think.
Yes, Barry Rorson,
Brian Mahoney.
Brian Mahoney.
Brian Mahoney, yeah.
And you had Bobby Gonzalez, who brought in, of course, the great Lou Flores.
Unforgettable. Now, were you at the Wake Forest game when they played Chris Paul and it was like a controversial call?
I did. I was not at the game, but I watched the game.
Right.
And
Wow.
Chris Paul, traveled at the end of the game, but it wasn't called, and they hung on to win. It would be nice to get the ball back with a few seconds left in the ball in
Before that,
Flores'
they
hands.
beat a really formidable Florida team,
Yes, they
right?
did.
Right. Well, that was great moments. And did you do any baseball at
I did baseball for years.
because I think they beat Nebraska, right?
Yes.
1 year with Jabba Chamberlain and Matt Rosati, hit a home run. And
John Fitzgerald and some great pitching. Chris Cody.
right. What are some of your highlights here at Baruch that you've witnessed?
Well, certainly, the men's basketball team has been just a real joy to watch.
Sure.
A three-peat, It's hard to reseed your team. You always have players graduating, but to win it 3 years in a row and do it impressively each time that they did it.
Well, John Alisi, just defined what a really great former player here. Tremendous. Now, Coach Fareed, what's your thoughts on what you've seen early on from him?
He's done a great job thus far. He came in and has got the team organized, prepared to compete and to win every game.
And a coach from a women, Coach K he's got a lot of depth this year.
Yes.
But I want to touch on Peter Cetera while we have you here. Because Sirius Radio, I like to go to Peter Cetera. And, of course, Chicago Transit Authority. But can you give the listeners your top 5 all-time favorite Peter Cetera songs?
Chicago songs, because they go together. I would say.
Well, specifically Peter Cetera.
I'll give you the top 3.
Okay.
You're the Inspiration's definitely number 1.
Right.
Saturday in the Park. That's
a festive song, yeah.
Yes. And there's so many great songs. If You Leave Me Now.
Right.
Those are the top 3. His voice is an iconic voice. What his voice did was it gave their songbook an emotional surge. That's what his voice did. His voice gave their songs an emotional surge.
Tremendous. What a pick-me-up listening to his voice.
Yes.
But, Marty, again, we're going to have you on. And you could just do a compilation real quick.
We'll come up with a medley that works and get that ready as we come up to 30 seconds left before the second half. Thanks,
Marty,
John. Thanks,
God
Joe.
Bless. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to everybody listening. Take care.
Okay.
Well, here we are about to start the second half. The Bearcats with a 3-point lead, 30-27. But the real story, Joe, was the fact that the Bearcats had at one point a 12-point lead. They've shot much better than St. Joseph's this game, although St. Joseph's has tried to do, with the exception of 1-3, most of their baskets have been in the paint. But a big 11-0 run by the Blue Jays has made this a much more interesting game. And here we are now starting the third quarter.
Well,
with a 30-27 score.
Coach K probably put on the chalkboard the number 20. Stop number 20 for St. Joseph's.
again, our women's basketball team takes on Joseph to the ball. Our first team defending NCAA Division against
what's happening now is both teams have had
Number 12, on the green of the Tuesday night ball, number 5. Hey, let's play with you.
Make me understand. So one time, I want you to shoot, you give it to her, and she's like, what? The game is on you.
First shot, no good. Second one is good. And we got a 3-point game, 43-40. Morales, this time shooting, not in the paint. She gets the backboard. Saturday, January the 3rd, they'll be playing another St. Joseph's, this one from Long Island. And the first shot is good. And let me take this opportunity to wish you, Joe, and everybody listening, Happy New Year. Which, by the way,
University of Long Island, coming up 3 p.m. by the men's game. And away with the three champion current number 1 ranked Trinity College.
it's the older generation.
Right, well, if you remember the 60 and 70 Nick, ultimate team, obviously boys, but I was revered as a youth.
The boy up here got Briggs. Now number 15, the whole process.
That's why you got to be down. Yeah. Just listen.
Number 12, D'Andre McRae. Number 30 is the Heat. That's what the Blue Jays have. Two shots for number 5, Isabella Kostyal-Larrier.
Second shot is good. 56-46.
Number 1, Lilliana Morales. Number 15, Lilliana Morales, checked in the Blue Jays lineup.
As you would, of course, expect a pull from Connecticut, a lot of Connecticut kids on the team. And first shot is good.
Well, what jumps out from this
Lilliana checked in, replacing number 10, the boy up there got Briggs. Troy Nakir checked in for Blue Jays lineup.
Now it gets really serious. This is, after today, you get one more opportunity, non-conference on Saturday, and then after that, it gets really serious, and that's when they have to be kicking in all gears. But the bottom line is this is a great win right before New Year's Day.
Well, John, any win is a great win, especially at home. But the thing about it, because things are moving so fast, Baruch, as a team, has just got to get an idea of where everybody else is on the court and what everybody can do. We see Isabella's comfortable in the post, and we really see that Idea is a knockdown shooter. And Nicole, we're going to see a little of her. But Happy New Year when it comes, Baruch Nation, to Mandeep, to John Nevis, to Marty. Happy New Year when it comes. And Baruch Nation, be safe and enjoy the rest of the holiday.
Joseph Stolzer, also a Happy New Year to you. This has been a production of the Baruch College Athletic Department. The Bearcats today here with a 15-point win, 66-51 against St. Joseph's. Bearcats, you can follow them on BaruchAthletics.com, as well as Baruch Athletics on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And again, we wish you all a very happy New Year. Bearcats will return to action on Saturday at 1 o'clock with a non-conference home contest against St. Joseph's, Long Island. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Mandeep.